I'd like to just dovetail on some of the comments that were just referenced specific to the League of Municipalities, because they've more or less set the parameters on good government. They write a lot of information. The most important thing that they put out there about anything that has to do with shared services is transparency, openness, bringing everybody and keeping everybody in the loop. One of the articles that appeared, it was extremely obvious that our council, our legislative elected officials, were not aware of this resolution. It was presented to you at the 24th hour at a workshop and asked for you to vote on it tonight, in tandem with an agreement with Linden, which obviously should have been run through their elected officials, and by the second article that appeared this week, a majority of their elected officials, their legislative body, were not in the loop about something like this. I think, Mayor, that was extremely irresponsible to do that. There was a quote here by the mayor saying, "I'd rather do it with the full council instead of letting it halfway out," you know, in response to why he didn't want anyone to get secondhand or incomplete information. But in my sense, based on what the article was, everybody was out of the loop. Nobody was, but there are 3 standing committees on this council as a legislative body: the Standing Committee on Human Resources, the Standing Committee on Finances, and the Standing Committee on Public Safety, that all should have, in their own committees, been discussing something like this. And then, after lengthy deliberation, which is what the League of Municipalities suggests, preliminary and lengthy deliberation, then you should have brought it to the council as a whole in a workshop, really discussing the ins and outs of this. It's very easy to say, I have a plan that's going to save a whole lot of money, and it's going to save taxpayers. And as soon as the taxpayer hears that, but you know what? Fire department, to me, is one of the most basic quality of life issues that I have in this town. It protects me. Our fire department protects me with fire. They have complete 24/7 EMT, and they have 24/7 emergency management. I like to know that that's here. My neighbor had a heart attack 2 weeks ago, and I'm telling you, he would have been probably no longer my neighbor if I had to wait for a fire truck to get from DeWitt Street off of St. George in Linden. So please, as the elected legislative body, that is your power. You also control, as a legislative body, the finances, and this is a big finance issue. Please, please, don't act on anything. Get into your committees. Do what is your due diligence requirements for our citizens, and look at this. Don't make public statements. This was, I almost dropped the paper when I read this. We want to do away with our fire department. And even there's something that says, even though I know this is a resolution, supposedly do a study, I thought the study comes first and then the announcement comes second.